Have you had your fill of cat eye polishes yet? I don't know about you, but I'm obsessed. I could never have enough. So let's check out this new set from Catsme and see if it's another one you need to add to your collection. And there you go. Much deeper contrast on that one. This is a totally new Korean gel brand to me. I had never considered getting Catsme before, but because I had seen it on sale on the site and it is sparkly cat eyes, you know, I just couldn't help it. Love me some sparkles. So this is the Catsme, I don't know how to say that set. It is a beautiful box. Inside it's got writing that I can't read. And open it up. We have our nail sample card, really pretty. It comes with a magnet wand because it is a magnetic gel polish. And look at these colors. I'm so excited. So this is quite a lovely, high quality packaging. And it looks like the bottles are 10 mils, 10 grams each. Quite nice bottles. They do have samples on the front. I noticed that they don't have a black background on them, so they are kind of tricky to see what the color might be. So as always, I've got my swatch sticks to do, but first I think I'll be putting black tips onto them because this is a magnetic polish, a cat eye, and as beautiful as they are over clear, it is always a good idea to see what they're going to look like over darker colors because you often get a much stronger effect of your cat eyes over black or something dark. So I'll do that and then we'll get to swatching. Right, we've got a 6-piece set here, numbers 182 through 187. And just gonna have to bear with me here. I am attempting some new camera angles because I'm struggling getting my new phone camera to focus properly while I'm painting and not getting this focus and not that focus. So I'm going to experiment a little and see what comes of it. All right. So I'm really not sure what to expect with these. I can't really wrap my head around the color on them. So we shall see what we've got. I've done a really good mixing of them because it is a cat eye polish. With glitters or cat eye polishes, they do tend to separate a little and the pigments, the sediment will settle to the bottom. So it's a good idea to give them a good mix before using so you get your full effect. Wow, that's a lot better coverage than I was thinking from the samples I was looking at on the fronts of them. So let's see what we do here. Oh, look at that! That purple, oh wow. Oh wow. Oh wow, that effect comes up really nice. I wasn't expecting that from the color of the polish going down. So that's really kind of neat. I don't know if I have any polishes that are, like I have tons of cat eyes and I don't know if any of them quite do the effect this way. So it's like it has a, I'm just playing with it to see what it does. It's like it has a silver base, but then the magnet can change to color. It'll be interesting to see all the other ones as I lay them down if they look the same until you start doing the magnet. So I'm just going to grab my super duper strong magnet here. Sorry, I had to pull that off. And can you see that cool shifting? Oh wow. I'm just resetting the magnet here before I put in a design to cure. And I wasn't sure picking these up if I wasn't going to regret it because I do have a lot of cat eye polishes. And I thought these could possibly just be pretty much the same as any of my other ones. But no, I don't think they're going to be. And they're very reactive, which is nice. There's nothing more frustrating than getting cat eyes that barely react when you play with them. Okay, so I decided what I'm going to do for my design after playing around a little bit, but I didn't think you guys would necessarily want to watch it all. Oh, cat eyes are so much fun. Here it is after the first cure. Typically I do 2 coats. I'm excited too for coming up with a design because I just got a AliExpress order in where I picked up a bunch of new magnets. Quite a few already, but a lot of them are getting really beat up because I do a lot of magnet work, so they're getting chips in them and they kind of beat each other up. They smash into each other and chip off pieces, and yeah. So I figured I'd pick up some new ones because they're not that expensive and try out some different shapes and sizes to see what different designs I can do because they're just so much fun. So be sure to stick around if you want to see how these work with some different magnet styles, or to see some of the art designs that I mess around with and come up with. So here they are all top coated with a gloss. They are beautiful. My first impressions is that I'm thrilled. I do not have anything else like this in my collection. I have tons of magnetic gel polishes, but they're all different. So, you know, most of them are a single color, or if they are a dual color like these, then they're typically more like a dual toned, you know, like this one is a blue to purple shift. Again, this one's like a blue to green shift or a purple to green shift. So yeah, a lot of them will shift, but I don't have anything that has the kind of like a silver cat eye. What I did notice that I find a little bit odd, and I can't really figure out, is the bottles do not really seem anything like what the polishes is inside them. So I was trying to look at, for example, even just looking at the lid, and I was like, okay, so maybe this one is kind of more of a goldish tone and a pinky purple, but they don't look anything like that. So they're very misleading to look at the packaging. I really like the polish and the way they look, but the packaging is just throwing me for a loop for sure. These are really cool, and I don't have anything like them, so I'm thrilled that I didn't pick up another cat eye that's just a duplicate of other cat eyes that I already have. So that'll be fun to play with and try out some new stuff. So if you're enjoying my videos and getting some value out of them, do me a favor and let me know by hitting that like and subscribe button, and I'll keep working at making more great content. So I'm starting off here with just a milky white base to give it the color a little bit more pop rather than going onto a clear tip. I'm doing 2 colors here with just a ombre with the green and the purple, using an ombre brush just to kind of smooth them out a little bit. And then magnetizing, of course, to bring out that look. And I did a total of 3 coats with the ombre for the 2 different colors. Again, just to build that color, make it a little brighter and bolder. Then grabbing some Madame Glam black gel paint. This is much thicker consistency and it doesn't spread easily, so that you can draw your lines better. My line work really blows, so in all honesty, I redid this a few times. It's been edited down to be rather quick, but as you can imagine, yeah, it was probably about an hour or so for me to draw this out, between all of my mistakes of taking it off, cleaning up my lines, all that good stuff. My placement, this is my first time trying to draw one of these trending butterfly designs, and I don't draw that much or that well. So yeah, I had to redo it a few times, but in all honesty, I was quite surprised how easily it was to put together. I thought I would struggle a whole lot worse doing this than I did. So if you're feeling intimidated by them because they do look so beautiful, give it a try, because I suck at line work and drawing things. And even though I had to, wipe it away, I think twice, and do a little bit of a fix up here and there that didn't quite look right, it was a lot easier to paint this design than I'd ever expected. And a lot quicker too, even with my slowness. So if you're interested in trying it out for yourself, but not sure where to start, just grab a picture of somebody else's design that they've done and kind of follow along with the lines. It's really quite simple once you have a look at it. A lot less difficulty level than you would expect. I thought this would be a lot harder. So then just going in with the white gel paint, putting some dots on there. I tried to do, some bigger ones, some smaller ones, just to give it a more random look. And that pretty much finishes it off. And look at that. It was beautiful and way easier than I expected, guys. Way easier. So here's a win for me with the drawing department. So this next design coming up, I've started again with the milky white base. I've gone in with a few layers of the green colored magnetic gel, and I'm going to try doing a 3D design here. I'm just putting that little blob over the nail. I'm continuously putting alcohol onto the tip of my glove so that I can smooth that without it sticking too drastically to my glove. All right. So I have used the Barbie Mirage 3D Jelly Gel, and let's see how this goes. Ooh, this one's really stuck. really stuck. And that's what that did. And I even put alcohol on this before I started, So the spatula didn't work, so I'm gonna switch back to using dental floss, which I've done in the past. It's a good idea to twist up your dental floss nice and thin so that you're not putting thick indents into it. I just found it a little bit tricky to control the floss and the nail on the stand. So I try a few different ways out of doing it and eventually come up with a suitable way of holding on to everything so that I can make nice clean lines as I go. Now I have had some of the gel kind of squish over the edges and that kind of thing. So just using a silicone brush here, or a silicone tip here, to smooth some of that out, clean it up a bit, just clean up any big blobs that I have kind of sticking out. Again, this is my second or third attempt, I think, at this now. So not too bad for an early attempt. Just a little extra clean up there to make it look nicer. I am quite happy with the effects of that. It's not perfect, but it's got nice shape. Nice designs in there. They're looking pretty even. Yeah, I'll pop that into here. And there it is out of the lamp, and that is really lovely. With a little more practice, I could get it all nice and even. You can see like a little spot here on the side where it just didn't quite get enough gel, but not very noticeable. So yeah, a little practice, it could get nice and even, but it still looks really fantastic like that. I'm really happy with it. And the color shift ended up being really nice too. It goes like blue to purple, which is really sweet, but very interesting because it was a green magnetic gel that I used. So it's like the green's there too, but it goes kind of a green, blue, purple shift. So that's quite wild. So that turned out really well with this. Happy with that. Here's just a quick peek of my previous attempt, and I put the lines really close together, and this gel just isn't quite firm enough, I guess. So it did get a little sloppy looking. It just didn't look as good. So I'm quite happy with how these turned out by making the spacing a little bigger on this one. It has a little better design look to it. This one just kind of looks all bubbly, but it's still cool. It just doesn't have the nice design work that you can see easier on this one. So in all honesty, working with these cat eye gels, where it's tricky, trying to find a design that would work really well for them. I use cat eyes a lot. I love cat eyes, especially like dual chrome looking cat eyes and such. But these ones are a little harder, seeing as how you get either silver or the color. If you have any good ideas for designs using these gels, put something down in the comments. Because honestly, I don't know if I would pick them up again, just with how tricky I found them to work with. Not the gels themselves, they're fantastic, but you know, creating the look that you want. They would do good with just doing, you know, a silver cat eye tip. You know, doing these kind of designs is kind of cool with that silver and the color. But when I tried to get a little more in-depth designs, it was just trickier to figure out what to do to showcase them. So I decided to do a quick trial with some magnet shapes and see what I could come up with. I'm going to try a second coat on this one and see what effect it has, if any. So it does add quite a bit more color to it. It's not quite as see-through, still is, but not quite to the same extent. So I managed to get this style nice and easy. That wasn't tough. I'm going to try just putting a black jelly base under this one. But what I did find when I was playing with these magnets and looking at a few online tutorials and stuff showing different configurations for them is that they don't always do what you want them to do. So for example, I got the thing that has you're seeing them all over right now. It has two bars like this, a tiny bar, and a more squared off bar. So my other bar like this snapped while I was trying to do this, but when I was trying to do some of the configurations that you see online, the magnets actually will not, like no matter what I did, I could not get them to go into certain positions that I'm seeing online that I would like. So yeah, that just makes me wonder, I don't know, do you have to buy multiple sets so that you get magnets that are polarized in certain ways? I'm not sure, because no matter what I tried over and over and over, this bar would not sit the way that I'm seeing it online. So that limited some of the design styles that I could do. But if you can get magnets that sit properly in the ways that you want, you would be able to make some really cool different designs with them, I'm sure. So I went in with 2 layers of that translucent black here. Still keeps it sheer, but it does put that nice dark background in there so that your color will pop a lot better. Going in with this pink cat eye. I could not get the magnets to do anything else but this. So we're going in with the same design again. And you can just see how that color is a lot brighter, even though the nail itself is still semi-sheer. The black base really brings the purple pinky color out a lot better. Hope you enjoyed watching the swatches and the art that I struggled with. So as always, until next time, guys, don't forget to love your nails. Bye!